Apparently, I thought the matches we had like a late last minute comer that I completely missed. I thought most of the other matches would be later on tonight, but now we have like another TSL match. Almost ready to go here. Yep. So, okay, are we ready? Okay, I think we're ready now. Yeah. So it was a mistake on my end. I thought most of the other matches would be much later tonight, but apparently, one decided to come much sooner. So now we have a match between, let me see here, Selth and Mikey Likes It, and it looks like the match is starting now, which is great. So I want to say welcome back, guys. Welcome. You get to hear my voice sooner than expected. All right. And let's look at the boxes here, people. All right. So on the Selth side, we got your, you got some very interesting units here. You got like a Rachel. I haven't seen her for ages. And a Rio as well, who can be a very powerful unit if he can get in. And then you also, and a Sophia as well. I haven't seen her for a long time, just because there's so many other, like I say, more meta healers these days that most people remove her from her boxes. And then you got like 4 tanks here. That is quite interesting. Selth is playing a very slow-paced game, that's for sure. I can see right now he's going to do the complete tank push game. Unlike our last game, which was all pure AoE. And on Mikey Likes It side, I would say it's more of this. I want to say standard meta box. You got 2 tanks and the sorter tank on the as a juggler. All right. Well, 1 tank is now banned, and Selth picks the Elven first, which is like no big surprise considering most of his units are glory faction units. You got the Light Genesis, Merido, Ledwin, and the Cherry here. So I would have to agree this is that was a very good pick from his end. And of course, Mikey responds just by banning the 2 most powerful glory units in itself. So, Mike, let's see what you're gonna go for here. Okay, he's gonna go for the first pick, Lanius. So he's playing the very safe ban pick here, going for the safety of the tank. So you can already tell this is going to be this is going to be a match that's where both sides are going to try to slowly push in. Like Mikey, I imagine he's probably going to fire from long range or fire like you do with like Light Genesis, Lucretia, or Kairu, but then you also got the damage potential from debuff potential either. All right. So Selth is like, I do not want to deal with debuffs or assassins crap. So there goes your Kruger and your Kyra, which I say are very good picks for himself. And he picks the Sigma. Very, I say again, very good. I say it's a very good pick here, considering that Mikey doesn't have much for squishy. Half his comp are kind of squishy. I would say it's a bit early. It would have been better maybe to pick like a healer or maybe like a Zerida, because like the problem with Sigma without faction buff, he doesn't really have the hit to 1-shot kill like a law in units. And then if the Sigma just dives in and doesn't kill, then Sigma just looks like an idiot and kind of just stands there and dies. So that I would say is the biggest problem with him right now, and that's why you see like a lot of people removing him from his box. All right, and then you got Lucretia pick as the 2nd round pick. No big surprise there, considering how overpowered Lucretia is these days. Like I would say in every single Apex match you see her. So I say it's more even like at a 4-star or 5-star, a Lucretia can still ruin people's days, ruin tank days, doesn't matter. So yeah, so if you have, I'm gonna say now, if you have Lucretia or in your kit, build her up. That's because you're definitely gonna be seeing her for the long run. That's for sure. She is definitely not gonna go away anytime soon. Like considering that, like even still in the Chinese meta, I believe she's still being used quite a bit. And okay, you got like Light Genesis and Helena Band and the Rio. Oh, interesting. Something to deal with the Landlius, I imagine. Because the Rio is a complete tank. If the Rio can get in, he can completely destroy the tank. That's for sure. So, and Selth. So now all Selth has remains now are 3 tanks and 2 healers, which I say is very good on his end. He has, at least he has options. Like what to go for. He can either go for a healer or for a pseudo healer and just go for more magic damage. And you have like, and MikeylikesIt brought the ring. Now I'd say the problem with ring is that he, considering like you got so many other units these days that can provide massive AoE like Lucretia and Helena and other units at far range. Like the theme of ring is he has one shot to lay down one AoE blast, and you hope you get the buffs in your favor. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes you get like an anti-heal and ruins the opponent's day. Sometimes all you get is just like a reduction in magic defense, which is like not much at all. And Selth goes with the safety bet with the healer. So now Selth has a choice between three potential tanks here, all for his picking. Well, depending on what MikeylikesIt ban. And he chooses to ban the Lewin and the jungler, so that leaves the Hilda live, which is still not bad. But then like Mikey can just, from what I see, considering what Mikey has left, like he only has is just single target, and he chooses to go with the Rosalia. I don't know if I really like Rosalia is good, like with the heal, but then the problem is she does have the act again, like compared to the Florentia, which could probably more, I would say, matter a lot more in this match. And like Selth picks the tank as Beth, and Mikey picks the Healit. I imagine just to provide extra attack damage to whoever he of his own picking. So now we got like a. So this is like again floor. So none of these units are flyers here. So you can see this is definitely gonna go into the long game. I can always right now it's like maybe the Rio can get in. He and like one tank. It's like it's gonna be the biggest threat right now for Mikey. Is that I would say probably the Rio. The Sigma could get the buff from the Liana, but still, like most of these units are pretty tanky. I would say maybe the Rosalia, but even then, like it would probably just be a 1-for-1 exchange as any of these other fall up and kill him. So I would say for Selth, it would just be a matter of just Rio in and doing like unleashing the damage his like assassin and Elwyn. Why for MikeylikesIt's side, it's going to be about laying down AoE damage and hoping getting the lucky debuffs in your favor. But I imagine like that probably won't be until turn 3 or 4. We're probably gonna see the first 2 turns of like just both sides just trying to set up, just trying to get a feel of the opponent here. So yeah, so happy. I want to say happy Friday, you guys. You know, happy Friday. Watching Langrisser is all good. You know, this is like nothing better to do on a Friday night than watching people play Langrisser games, and just take it nice and easy. All right, so let's get into the match here. So on Selth's side, we got the Liana with the act again, and she bought the Sky Archer as well. I guess like just to as a extra safety measure against the rain here, and like probably a good bet well because Lucretia bought the black hole as well. So now like if just in case he gets like an unlucky silence, at least he has the backup with the Archer here. You got the Rio with the standard kit of Free C and his powerful one-shot attack. Oh, right in already. And he gets the breeze. Not like it's going to matter much in the first turn, but hey, always got to call them. I got the Hilda with standard kit. Same thing with the Sigma. Ranger and Shadow Hunter. And the Elwyn with the standard. On Mikey Likes It side, you got Lucretia with a mix of like single target and AoE. Lanius with the Royal Cavalry, which I would say I don't know if it's gonna work in his favor against the Rio because the Rio has a hoplite. I feel like it's just gonna tear through the hoplite. Is just gonna tear through the Lanius here. Just he's gonna have a really tough time once the Rio gets in. That's what I feel personally. And then let's see, you got the D for 2C Gospel and movement. So probably wants to prove like make Mickey move a little bit faster, probably towards the center. Green with the standard kit of Free C and Azure Flame and but the action buff probably for the Lucretia. I have to, like I said, not bad. I would say that's not a bad choice to bring in Rosalia. Because give the Lucretia more damage potential just to hurt the Hilda there. And hopefully if the Hilda doesn't get form proc her, then yeah, it could definitely be potentially devastating. So both units are like slowly moving forward right now. It's going to be a big fight from the center point right now, I have to admit. And it's going to be critical for these 4 spaces here. Because none of these units can, none of these units can fly in there. So if this game goes out to turn 10, it's going to get quite cramped quite fast. So when faction buff, I'm surprised the ring cast is Free C already. Personally, considering that the Selth units are still quite a bit away. Like I think that's a ring with that can only move free. But then with the there you go. With the deal is probably the extra space now, with the extra movement. At least now he can like go 1, 2, 3, 4, go up there and just at least fire 1 AOE. So, but then even then, when you got the Liana with the Sky Archers in the back, so even gets a lucky debuff off. I don't know if that's gonna do much. So, I would like probably wait a little bit longer with the Free C, wait for his other units to follow in. But I guess he's eager. He wants to deliver the first damage to Selth and put him on the back pedal for damages before the Rio gets in and becomes because the thing with Rio is once he gets in, he gets his default immunity to all buffs, so he can just he doesn't have to fear the arena at all when it comes to his AOE damage. 4 or 5. You know, he doesn't reach yet, fortunately. So Selth still has another turn just to before he can move in. So it's just a matter of like, can Selth survive the initial AOE blast, probably from both Lucretia and Ring. If he can, then I say Selth is in a good position just to kill. And like, yeah, putting the Sky Archer on the side is a safe bet. Just put it on the side, and then just in case things go bad, at least then you have Sky Archer just to cast a spell and make things everything peachy again. So Selth is just getting his like Lucretia into position. Where does Puppet just follow behind her? Okay. First, I would have the Puppet a little bit closer, just so he can. Oh, and he does reach, and doesn't, and it almost kills. Selth is not afraid to hold back. I forgot about that. Sorry, guys, I forgot about the with Rio. He gets the extra movement based on his passive here. My mistake, guys. I only moved 5 spaces. I forget. Even I don't know everything. Selth gave up already. Oh boy, Selth, it's not over yet, buddy. It's not over. You still got 4 units left. But yeah, you kind of needed to kill the Lanius there, I guess. Maybe it would have been better to bring the Gospel and put it on the Rio as a guarantee then, as a kill. Because, like, yeah, you guys faction buff, they make all the difference. That's for sure. That's 100% for sure. Alright, well, at least Selth says GG, but he hasn't quit the game yet, so he's probably like waiting things out just to see what Mikey is going to do. I imagine now that Selth is Rio is just sitting here kind of like a wet duck. So Lucretia can probably just go to town on him or D-Led, take your pick, really. I would just do the Lucretia just because if it's a single target free strike, I can just obliterate him in one shot. But no, he's just going to protect the Lanius for now and just wait to see what the next move is from Selth. See, the problem is now I don't know he has any follow-up to do. There's no like you got an unbuff Sigma. You got a buff Elwyn, but then now with the Lanius still alive, he's not gonna be able to do much. Like a Lancer Lanius is pretty hard to beat, honestly, with a Cavalry Elwyn. So yeah, Selth is definitely in a real pickle right now, I do admit. Like, cause now, like I said, especially with Rio, it's going to be gone within the next, definitely this turn. So he's just going. Selth is decided just to move forward, figuring like, well, might as well just try to follow up. Maybe hope for a lucky kill from like the Sigma, but that's all he has left, honestly. Yeah, because like Rosalia is just gonna heal the Lanius up, and that's gonna remove any threat Elwyn has at all. So he Rosalia, yep, there you go, heals the Lanius as a safe, and that's gonna make Selth's life even more difficult now. Oh boy, I feel for you, buddy. It's like I said, it's a tough cookie situation. It was a gamble, and you were close, but unfortunately, it didn't pay out. And now it's that what happens sometimes. Sometimes when you get the gamble kills, it works out. It's great, but other times you get situation like these, where now you're kind of like don't know what to do now. Is that Rio a 6-star? No, I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. I have to check later. Don't know. I don't know off the top of my head at the moment. Could be just 5. If that Rio was a 6, then it definitely would have got it. That's for sure. But yeah, even when I got 5, he shows you like how close he was just to killing Lanius there. We're just 300 HP away. Yep, and there you go. Now the Rio, it's gone. There you go. Yep. And now it's just a matter of like slowly, like for Mikey Lexus to slowly move in and lay down the debuffs. Now, Selth could play the long game here, move his units into these 4 spaces, and just survive the onslaught of attacks. And if he does, then by the time he gets to turn 10, then like, it then be a completely different ball game, because then there'll be only like 4 units left in each of these tiles. But apparently, doesn't want to wait at all. He says he's trying to go hard right now. Apparently, I guess he's gonna. I guess he's going to try to dive hard, but you're not going to be able to kill the Lanias. That's for sure. Definitely would not definitely would not have all these buffs here and with the heal. So that's very like, yeah, you can remove the buffs, but I would. But then still, you got like so much follow up from so many other units, and yeah, there you go. Now you got the debuff strike, and that's just going to oh my goodness, that's the word. Oh, that's Lancaster, baby. That's Lancaster for you in a nutshell. This is why you either hate it or love this game. Take your pick. All right, where do I begin? Never mind. Well, stats report. Yeah, Rio. If only a little bit more, it would have been a different game, guys. All right. Now we're going on to round 2 here. All right, so now both parties are synced up. Okay, we're going on the Gemini Bridge again for this. Lot more better for both of these guys. Team comp, no changes. So they're sticking to the exact same comp. And Mikey Hilda gets banned first, which is very interesting considering last game. Like he first bans the Hilda again. He's not afraid of the he's really afraid of the Hilda. And Mikey picks the land again. And Mikey bans the Elwyn. I guess he doesn't want, even though the Elwyn wasn't much of a threat last game, I guess he just doesn't want to deal with the faction buffs Elwyn can give. Cause the thing with Lenin faction buff, like, yeah, he can deliver a glory faction buff, but it's not as great as Elwyn's. Like, cause the thing with Lenin's faction buff, it only works basically just for him, where it works on counterattack damage, not for offensive, which for all these other units here, it's completely pointless. Which is why you don't see too many people run Lenin these days, just because his faction buff is not that great. And why the glory comp, it still can be usable. You kind of need like Elwyn's just offensive factor there. Like Lenin still has that teleport ability that can displace a tank, so if he does get close enough, he can move the tank out and have the rest of his glory units move. We'll see if he does pick him. And Zerda and Lycus are banned, so Mikey just doesn't want to deal with assassins or long attack damage, magic damage. Thinking that like remove any major threats to his units or his, because the thing with Lanius is while he is tanky against physical damage, magic damage is still another issue for him, where a lot of times they can potentially one-shot, which is like, which for a tank, kind of defeats the purpose of being a tank. It's supposed to like it's supposed to like not die from one shot. So Mikey picks the Rosalia, the safe pick just for the regeneration, and he loses both and Lucretia there. And then Selth, he picks the Sigma again, which I'm quite surprised considering that the Sigma did nothing for him last match. And again, like you don't have any units that can buff it. Like the Zerda is already gone. Like you don't really have. I guess like well, I was gonna say the Lanius, but now he's gone. So that doesn't leave him. Oh, like you're gonna have a weak Sigma unless you bring like a attack buff with either Roz, Liana, or Meridel. I guess also with Rachel as well if she got a gospel spell as well. So it's potential, but still it's annoying. And then on Mikey Likes It side, still has a lot of threats. And choose a Kyra, which it's I would say it already like is a big threat to Sigma himself already due to his low magic defense. Now, for nice thing about Cherry is she can outlive a Kyra attack. So if Kyra does attack her, Cherry will live. A Kyra cannot kill a Cherry. Especially if she has like that's why you see most of the time people angels on Cherry, just for this type of situation, just because angels provide so much defense against magic attacks. It's very rare you see people run other units such as like unicorns or goblins for her, just because the angels themselves provide such hefty defense. Yet also deliver good attack damage as well if they get close. So Selth for himself, he has like not much left. He has like 1 DS left, 3 tanks still. Still quite a few good options for himself. But I would probably go for like let's see. He goes in for the Meridel. Okay, he goes for the pseudo healer. Maybe he's hoping to get like a lucky assassinate on one of the heroes here. But then the problem is like he still got the Kyra to worry about. And I don't think a Meridel can survive a Kyra initial strike. We'll see. I could be wrong, but depending on how strong that Kyra is, if she's 6-star, then there's a very good chance that Meridel could not live it. And now, especially now with the faction buff that Gizroff is going to provide to both the Roselia and the Kyra, now she's going to be a major threat to Selth here. So that's going to be the biggest threat number 1 for Selth. Making sure that this Kyra doesn't go to town and one-shot all his units. So far, I have to say, okay, so both the jungler and D-Lit are banned. And Selth chooses another healer for himself. Chooses Liana. Liana for second turn is not bad because she has the act again. But yeah, like I said, like the Kyra most of the time is gonna one-shot units. So, you would hope anyway. So I don't know what if this Liana is to be able to heal, and he picks the Florentia as last, which is not a bad pick considering that she can give the additional movement to Kyra and make her a bigger threat to Selth and give him a bigger headache. And Selth picks the Rachel in the end. So you got a Mikey with a solid tank, Roselia that can provide heals, with assassin, and then you got Gizroff that can buy buffs and be annoying with his little summon Demabob, and a Florentia that can just give move buffs to Kyra all day. While Selth is running kind of a pseudo assassin team, where you got the Cherry that can just with the Shadow Raid, Sigma with his free C, Hunter Strike, Meridel with her free C special, and then 2 backup healers. Like for Selth, he's gonna have he really needs to set up properly here and be able to strike at once. That's for sure. The biggest disadvantage right now is that it's basically a faction buff team versus a no faction buff team. Like you got like Liana and that can provide 2 gospels, but then got 3 other units that got like no other buffs here. Maybe the Meridol can bring the mass attack for herself and damage to all units, but that's still, it's going to be tricky for Selth, that's for sure. Because I would say especially a Meridol without faction buff, really reduces her damage potential. She kind of hits like a wet noodle in a way, with like no faction buff in Meridol. Like yeah, she provides nice heals, but kind of with Meridol, you kind of need her, want her to slowly push in and attacks. Anyway, guys, here we go. All right, it's Langrisser time. All right, so we got Florentia with the standard kit of just Strategic and Free C. Kiera with like Star Sword and Star Slash, so he's gonna go in hard. And you got the Lanius with infantry, which is which I say is a very smart choice, considering that Selth didn't bring any horses at all. So good job on him. And Guardian Victory is great against magic targets. So like Rachel. And then Gizorov with the standard kit of buff and Free C. And Rosalia with the Empire buff. Oh, that's interesting. To give it to Florentia, of course, to make her even more afraid. So to give her like the more strategic resources. So Hunter Strike from Sigma onto the Kyra, because like Selth obviously knows that that's what he has to deal with. He can't deal with any other unit. Anyway, moving at the other units, you got the Selth with Free C and Shadow Strike on the Cherry. Rachel going full single target here. Not gonna bother with the AoE. Dark Reaper, Gospel, and Lightning Strike, which unfortunately the gamble did not pay off for him, because Lightning Strike would not gonna do much against a Lancer with Guardian Infantry tank. Liana with Heal, Gospel, and Act Again. And then you got Meridol with the standard kit as well, but with Amazon Champions, which are not bad, but when she strikes this Lanius here, it's gonna hurt. And the problem is, she kind of needs to hit the Lanius just to get her assassin ability up. So it's already not in Selth's favor, I gotta admit. But we'll see. Anything can happen. Like as you know, a lucky breeze, a lucky debuff. You never know. So right now, both sides are just probably like getting into positions, feeling each other out, staring each other down, and like Selth is spreading out already, as he knows that already that Kyra is probably gonna be coming in fast and hard. So spreading these units out, just trying to give some sort of sense. And I imagine Mikey probably gonna like slowly move forward as well with his whole team, and probably strike within the third turn. And here comes this little summon, strutting about, doing his thing. And I like this little line Selth has his units all up here. Spread them all out, so he's like, well, you can't hit all of them. You can't at least hit all of them. But at least he knows how to position himself against the construct here. So the construct can't do too much damage. And he's moving the Cherry forward. I imagine probably hoping for a lucky breeze here. Unfortunately, did not work out for him. And then you got the is Mikey going to cast a buff this turn? Or just wait it out. We shall see here, folks. Yeah, I gotta admit, like even like, oh, thank you, Jonathan 668. Thank you for the nice commentary here. I do admit when you solo cast, it's a whole different ball game when you're by yourself. When you compared to say code, like the other day I did code commentary. At least you have like something to back off it. But like by yourself, it's you just like fill in your own time in between turns, right? Try to talk about each unit here and allies. But yeah, no, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. It's my first week doing getting back into commentary after such a very long time of taking a break. Like if I want to give while we wait for these units to set up, I guess I can talk a little bit about myself for a bit. I've been playing like Lancaster. I'm a day one player. I've been playing basically, yeah, like it says, day one. Oh, acted again. All right. Selth is going in for the Hail Mary right now. And he's taking out the summon. All right. Well, and he runs away. All right then. Well, that was a move. Well, at least you got rid of the debuff, Fred. So I give you credit for that. But now the question is, so first blood on Selth's side. You know what? For a move like that, it works. It totally works. Because then, like, now you don't have to worry about a construct getting buffed up by Gizoff every single turn and giving yourself a bigger headache to you. Which, if you let a summon like live like by the third or fourth turn, it's almost it becomes such a critical effect where it can give you buffs or it can kill units. So killing the construct early when it's in its infantry state, it's not a bad move at all, except because now he can just wait a turn, wait for Cherry to get her Shadow Strike up again, and then try again, and maybe hopefully kill like another unit, like maybe once because the thing with Mike likes it is he has to get closer. So, and these are all slow moving units here, apart from the Kyura. But like I said, the Kyura is not going to be one-shotting that Cherry. So maybe if the Kyura is able to strike and then get the act again with the Florentia, then obviously it's big trouble for Cherry. But then like that gives like 2 turns for Cherry just to move out of the way. So not really worth the gamble here. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So while Mikey is now slowly moving forward, thinking to himself, "Well, you killed my summon. I got nothing else to do. Might as well move the Kyura." Oh, you got like off heal from Mero there. So now that makes the Cherry almost unkillable now, because I assume most people take Cherries with last rites. So unless you're one of those crazy people who believes in Cherry's unique, which I'm say, good job, I guess. You're a believer of Cherry's garbage armor. I give you credit. It does work. When it does work, it's crazy. Because if you don't know, the Cherry's unique armor, if she dies from an attack, she gets up again. Where most of the time it's useless, but when it does work, oh my god, it can completely change a game. All right, so with the Kyura here, she does have the movement buff here, so she can move like 8 spaces right now. But unfortunately, the thing with spectator mode is I have to count the spaces manually. So what Mikey could potentially do here is he could move the Kyura to a spot like either at the bottom, take out one of these 2 units, either the Merido or the Sigma, or vice versa, could go up top and try to kill the Rachel. Or the Liana as well, 1 of 2. So he's probably figured out right now where to move the Kyura up, go up north or go up bottom. The only thing is, however, is that the Cherry here does still have her free C. So if the Kyura gets caught off guard, then the cherry can just go in, stun her in the face, and that at that point it's basically goodbye Kyra. So it's a tough thing to think about right now. And Mikey chooses the safe play. Just decide like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit back. I did lose it. I did lose a summon, but I'll get another one in 3 turns. No major harm really, honestly. I can wait. Which I say, you know what? Like honestly, these days it's for especially in Apex matches where you got matches that go for that can go easily over 30 minutes. It can easily make a lot of people go impatient. So able to play a patient game in Langrisser, I do admit, is very hard to do. As like most people just want to dive in, get the kill. If they don't get the kill, then move on to the next game. Just gamble, do massive damage, and hope for the best. Basically. So yep. So it looks like Mikey is just gonna chill in the river in the middle. And let's say to Selth, come at me, bro. I still got, 2 turns. We still got 10 turns to go. Selth, and then like for Selth, he like now he's probably has to figure out like what's his next move is. Like yeah, he did take out the summon here, but the thing is, you still got the #1 threat on the board, which is the Kyra. And so maybe he's hoping for another lucky breeze again on the cherry, because if that cherry does get a free C, it well actually no, sorry, it's like the Rosalia provides immunity, so the free C against the Lanias there is going to be quite useless. So yeah, so it's going to be about, it's all going to be about trying to do damage potential with these other units here, for either Rachel, Sigma, or even the Merido. Oh wow! Why were you shadows? Okay, now well he's going for it, and he got it. Huh! Completely caught the cherry out caught the Lanias out position with that skill. Sorry guys, even I'm still learning about the cherry's one special ability. Even I forgot about that act again skill that cherry offers. Completely my mistake, guys. Completely forgot about the cherry's 1C. Oh, and Mikey throwing the towel already with the so dead emoji. I don't. See, and that's the X factor that Cherry offers right there with her passive ability. Like, if you don't know, if there's no units within, if there's less than 2, I think it's 1 unit within 2 blocks of her, she can act again, which is basically what happened there with the Lanias. It was able to move far enough with the Shadow Strike, attack the Lanias, and then completely catch a career out of guard. And that itself, now Selth has nothing. Mikey likes it has nothing. There's no way now he can, unless he can move to the middle and play the long game, and like just try to outlast. But that's going to be quite the feat, considering that you still have the Sigma that can assassinate either Florentia or the Rosalia. Is picking. And then once one of those units are gone, that's not going to leave much left for him. Now I really got to give the credit to Selth there. That was an excellent move by him. Catching that Lanius off guard and able to get the cherry and to single target the Kyra. It's just a brilliant move. Oh, breeze on the Florentia there. Not that it means much, but hey, it's a breeze. Gotta love it. So it looks like we're going for like probably a game 3, most likely. We'll see. Like I said, you never know. Anything can happen, but we'll see. But it's definitely in Seth's favor right now. Like once the rest of these units are to get in, um, there is definitely a chance of like where the he can deliver the potential damage. Like I imagine, like Seth is probably taking another turn to slowly move the units in. All right, so he moves the Marital to the side. Don't know why he's Marital to the side for, because at this point there's not much of a threat. He can just might as well move the rest of his units forward. But okay, I'm guessing. That leaves what like the only potential threat now, either probably from the Rachel and from the Sigma. And so that definitely exposes the Rosalia and the Floretta here. That's for sure. And then I feel like if once both healers are gone, that's definitely gonna be game. So Seth is kind of trying to take down the tank. Won't kill. Because Guardian Infantry is an excellent unit against magic defense. It doesn't show here, but they're passive. They have a passive ability in their training tree that gives I think I want to say 30% defense against magic attacks, which makes them very tanky against like any magic infantry units. So that's my recommendation. If you ever face a heavy single target magic comp, is try to bring like Guardian Infantry units when you can, as because they will save your butt a lot of the times. That's for sure. So if Azalea just like heals back the Lanias, I imagine the Florentia is probably gonna do the same. So, all right, the Seth is gonna wait another turn just to strike with the. Well, he could like Liana could act again. Like the Sigma right now if he chooses to, or the Rachel again if he wants. Mind you. So he casts a free seat. Unfortunately, and gives the movement debuff to Seth. That's going to be kind of annoying to him. But then with the Rachel behind, it's going to heal him up. And there you go, act again on the Sigma. He is going to dive in, that's for sure. But now you got the Gizmo off in the back there. I imagine it's just like what you're gonna do now. Are you gonna faction buff, or are you gonna cast your, or is he probably thinking about now if he's going to faction buff, or if he's going to cast the ultimate construct? Oh, he's faction buffing. All right, so he's going to throw hard and hope that his Sigma doesn't like one shot one of his healers. And we're going to find out right now. And it doesn't, unfortunately. The Florentia was too tanky. Now, like, I think the reason why the Florentia survived was just basically because of her passive skill here. Like, a Florentia at 100 HP gives like 25% increased stats, which makes the Florentia somewhat more, like, able to survive a lot more easier. So I think it was just like, in itself, like Sigma was just hoping for like a lucky strike there. Unfortunately, did not pan out for him. And here comes the summon construct to cause a headache now for Seth. This could potentially kill either the Rachel or the Sigma here. It's not good. And it kills the Rachel, unfortunately. And it gives the it gives like gives like mobility down, and I don't think the Liana will be able to make it there in time to heal. So the Sigma is likely going to be dead from the Lanius there. And like, yeah, Sigma tries again. But unfortunately, it does not work out for him. And now, yeah, that's GG, guys. Well, I want to say it started off strong, definitely in Steph's favor with that like brilliant move with the cherry. But I think his follow up just was not just lacking. I feel like he should have moved the Sigma and the Merido in all at once and just waited. But then instead, it's like because Mikey could still easily tank. So, oh, look at that! Like it was Gizroff in the end that did the most damage with the So, GG to Mikey likes it. Well done, my man. You played really well with both games, tanking hard and living out the attacks as well. Okay, so now that's it for now. Now we do have like more games later on tonight. Let me see here. Oh, is the game's happening right now? Let's see if I can join a game and start casting. Just be patient with me, guys. While I try to set up the next game on Discord. Okay. Still talking to the guys on Discord right now to figure out who to cast. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them on my friend list. So let's see here. I think I might end the stream right now until figure this out for later. At least that way that. Okay. All right, looks like I'm going to be doing the Will underscore and V free. All right, so I'm just going to set that things up right now. I'll be back in 1 minute. Guys.